guys, welcome back to The Bright Side. Macy here, the Bright Side Girl, and today we are doing my June book haul. Yay, I'm doing my book haul on time, so this hopefully will be out before July, even though technically I will be accumulating more books between now and July. I try to film these book hauls now before the end of the month. That way I can get them out while it's still the month that I'm talking about them in, so hopefully that makes sense. But I have, I think, like 33, 34 books to share with you today. Got some great deals again today and a couple of new books, not too many. If you guys aren't familiar with my book hauls, I get most of my books for about $2 or less, so that's how I'm able to have so many. And without further ado, let's just get into it. First up, I got Kitchens of the Great Midwest by J. Ryan Stradal. This is an adult fiction contemporary book. This has such a beautiful cover with like all of the peaches and the animals and the little boat and everything. I don't really know what this is about, as per usual with my book hauls, but I have been eyeing this one for a while and I finally found one for $1 instead of like $6. So I went ahead and got it. Plus I am from the Midwest, so hopefully they'll have some like Midwesty themes in here that I will enjoy. And I do always look for a couple of contemporary adult books to read each year. Next up, I have Wandmaker by Ed Masessa. I got this one super cheap, and it has a castle on it that reminded me of just like medieval folklore, and it talks about wands, and it gave me Harry Potter vibes, so that's why I picked this one up. I believe it is a middle grade tale. These next set of books I got at a thrift store. They normally charge $1 or $2 for their books, and they were half off, so I got quite a few like random ones. That is Library of Souls by Ransom Briggs. This is the third book in the Peculiar Children's series now, because I think that he is writing more. I haven't read any of them, and I've finally have all three of these as a set to read for this fall, and I'm really excited about it because now I have the complete set on hand, and I got this one for like 50 cents. So yeah. Then I found the Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight by Jennifer E. Smith. This one's just been running around on YouTube for a while. Contemporary love story, pretty, and I got it for a good deal. Got a paperback copy of Emily Windsnap and the Monster from the Deep. I am in the middle of Mermaid Marathon right now, and I pretty much read just about any mermaid book. This is a middle grade mermaid series. This is book 2. It says that on the side there. This is paperback because I got it for like $1, and I hope to read this one at the beach, but I haven't read any of the other ones yet, so I might listen to these. I'm not sure, but I mean, how cute is this mermaid cover? Then I got Sarah Dessen, The Moon and More. I'm collecting Sarah Dessen books because I've never read a book by her, and I got some paperbacks to take to the beach and stuff like that. I really don't prefer paperbacks, but when I can get them for such a good deal, then I just donate them back to the library or the bookstore that I got them from. So yeah, let me know if you guys like this one in the comments below. Then I found The Fire Within by Kristin. This is also a middle grade book about dragons. I think this is the second or third in the series. I'm all about dragons, and also I've been eyeing these for a while. Pun intended. Another Sarah Dessen book. This one's a little bit more beat up. It's The Truth About Forever, but I got this one for, again, $1, so good beach read. Then I'm hoping to film a video on this soon, but not this year, but just like as one of my bookish goals in general. I would like to read all of the Newbery Honor Award books. That's an award for an outstanding middle grade book, and so I'm collecting them. This is Caddie Woodland by Carol Ryrie Brink. I read this one when I was a kid and I absolutely loved it, so I'm gonna give it a reread. And then I got Elijah of Buxton by Christopher Paul Curtis, and I've never read that one. Just got some like quick paperback reads of these. It should be like quick to read through them. They pick one Newbery Award a year since, like, I think it's been almost 100 years now, so this will be a hefty goal to do like over the course of my lifetime. But yeah, I can't decide if I want to do them in order or not, but I'll film a video on that soon. Then I got Fluke by Christopher Moore. I talked about this in my summer TBR. Christopher Moore is kind of a satire type writer, and my husband really likes him, but this one is about whales and whale songs and ships, and it's supposed to be funny, and the whale's tail says bite me and all that kind of jazz. And his books are just, they're so pretty, and it seemed great for summer, and it might be my first try on Christopher Moore. And the last book I got at that thrift store was What If by Randall Munroe. And this is serious scientific answers to absurd hypothetical questions. Okay, I heard about this book because I was listening to Ready Player One. I love Will Wheaton as a narrator, and the only books that he's narrated besides Ready Player One and Armada by Ernest Cline was this book. Now, this is a nonfiction book of sorts, and it just has like ridiculous questions in it and funny answers. So it says, if you suddenly begin rising steadily at 1 foot per second, how exactly would you die? Would you freeze or suffocate first, or something else? So it's got stupid fun questions like that. It is a really cool, like, beautiful book. I thought that like my husband might like it too, and I literally got this for like 50 cents in hardback. And even the inside of this dust jacket, like, look at that. So kind of a fun one, fun different type of book to read, and I hope to read this one this year because I want to put some nonfiction books on my list as well, and this seems like one I can slowly read through. Then I got Darkest Mercy by Melissa Marr. This is the final book in the Wicked Lovely series. I believe I have the entire collection now. Really excited. I was going to read this one for spring. These are fae stories, but I started to listen to it on audiobook, and it had more of a winter slash fall vibe rather than spring, and it seemed really awesome, so I kind of wanted to wait until it was more seasonally appropriate in my weird brain, because I like to read books seasonally. So I'm really, really excited I found this one because it's so pretty and it sounds like it's going to be great. Then I picked up Bunheads by Sophie Flack. This is like a contemporary ballet dancer tale. I've never read anything like this. I've heard a little bit about it, so I thought I'd check it out. Finally picked up The Chemist by Stephenie Meyer. Look at this beast of a book. This is the only Stephenie Meyer book that I have not read, and it is her adult murder mystery book, I think. So I'm really interested to see how she does with that, because The Host by Stephenie Meyer is my favorite book by her, I think. I'm not sure, I need to reread it, but I love that book. I think that I enjoy like her writing in general and not just her young adult tales, but yeah, we're gonna give this one a try. One more adult book for you. Picked up Picnic in Provence. This one is a memoir with recipes. I don't know if this is kind of an eat, pray, love thing. I think this might be nonfiction, like someone's journey in Provence, and it just sounds really romantic and probably like good for the springtime. I also want to read her other book, Lunch in Paris. They just have like, it's like her memoir with like recipes in it, so I'm pretty sure it's nonfiction because of that, and they just are so pretty, and I'm always interested in these kinds of stories. Okay, next up, in a super cheap library book sale, I got Generation Dead by Daniel Waters. This is like a zombie slash undead book. I don't know, I've seen it for a while, and for some reason that day I felt like I needed it. The same lines, I picked up Drink, Slay, Love by Sarah Beth Durst. This one, I just love the cover on this. I think it's super, super cool, and it is absolutely ridiculous. It is a vampire story, and it says like on the flap that she's a vampire and she gets stabbed in the heart by a unicorn, and that makes her able to go out in the sunlight, and that causes a whole thing. This book is totally just a hop on the vampire trope. It's all about like the cheesy teenagery goodness. Like, it's kind of gonna be like a hate to love read would be my guess, because it's just like, even the way that the inscription is just ridiculous. It just seems like something funny to read for the fall. I picked up Arise, a Herever novel by Tara Hudson. This one is undead or angels as well. I don't know why I'm leaning toward these. I'm like already getting ready for fall, even though it's the middle of June. I got Another Day by David Levithan, second book after Every Day by David Levithan, which I haven't read yet and don't own, but I want to, so I got it. I picked up Unsouled by Neil Shusterman. This is book 3 in his Unwind dystology, which is supposed to be super creepy and scary, and Neil is supposed to be just awesome at dystopian books and like different types of dystopian books. So this one is about parents that can choose to have their kids unwound for parts. I think before they turn 18 or when they turn 18, so this is the 3rd book in that series. Picked up Jane Unlimited by Kristin Cashore. Not entirely sure what this is about. Possibly Jane Eyre retelling. I could be way off base there. I've heard things about it on BookTube a little bit. Also, this one is narrated. I know this is not the book, but this one's narrated by Rebecca Soler, who's my favorite. So I thought I would pick this one up. Plus it's shiny, and I like shiny things. Couple more super cheap paperbacks. I picked up Ring and the Crown by Melissa de la Cruz. I don't really know. I don't know. Picked up Frostfire by Amanda Hocking. I've been eyeing this one for a long time because I am such a sucker for a girl in a red coat in the snow, and it just sounds awesome. This one unfortunately doesn't have the dust jacket, which breaks my heart, but it was incredibly cheap and it's still pretty. So This Is Why We Broke Up by Daniel Handler and Marr Coleman. And this is like memories and like trinkets of a relationship, and kind of like you learn like why it fell apart, and it's supposed to be really beautiful and fun. And Daniel Handler is Lemony Snicket, in case you guys didn't know. That's his like handle. I found Asunder by Jodi Meadows, part of the Incarnate trilogy that I really want to read. This is the first book that I found from that series. They're so beautiful, and I think this is like a dystopian twist as well. Really pumped to find The Monstromologist by Rick Yancy. This one is going to be so great for fall. It's all about like kind of Frankenstein-esque things that are happening, and monsters and creating stuff and creepy goodness. Picked up Magic Study by Maria V. Snyder. I've heard lots of things. It's magic and historical fiction. Picked up Wings of Fire, Winter Turning by 2T Sutherland, something like that. This is book 7 in a dragon series, a middle grade dragon series again. And this is the only book that I have, so I might not hang on to it, considering that I didn't realize that it was book 7 when I picked it up, but it looks cool still, and I like pretty much anything involving dragons. I picked up Girl Online by Zoe Suggs. This is just a contemporary book. It's really, really cute. I think it is actually by a YouTuber. I think Zoe is a YouTuber, and I haven't read a book by a YouTuber yet, so yeah. Then I picked up Wrapped by Jennifer Bradbury. I've been eyeing this one for a while because the cover is so cool. Originally I thought it was like a retelling of Rapunzel because I thought this was like her hair, but this is like an 18th century story about like magic and mummies and something to do with finding magic in a mummy. I don't know, but it sounds really cool and very, very different from anything else that I have on my shelves. Something a little bit different, I picked up the unofficial Harry Potter cookbook because I need this in my life, and it was incredibly cheap, and I've been eyeballing it on Amazon for a while. So it's From Cauldron Cakes to Knickerbocker Glory, more than 150 magical recipes for wizards and non-wizards alike. And if you guys don't know, if you're interested in this kind of thing and you like kombucha, I have a pumpkin juice kombucha recipe on my mom's website that I will link below that is just gonna like blow your minds. It is so, so good and not bad for you, like at all. And the last 3 books are the ones that I am most excited about and the ones that I spent a little bit more money on, except for one. So my great friend Claire, who is my only reading buddy that is not like in the social media world, she got me the Tales of Beetle Labard in, oh my gosh, she's gonna kill me, but I think it's in Russian? I knew at one point I need to have her remind me, but it is basically in another language. It is really, really cool. She opted for this one because when you buy other books, like you're basically just paying for the cover that's different, and then you can't really read the inside. But with this one, even though I can't read it, there are different like illustrations in here and things like that, and it has like all of the cool like Beetle Labard stuff in it. So this one's really, really cool, and I'm really excited to add it to my collection of Harry Potter stuff. Then still in the shiny wrapping is The Jungle Book by Rudyard Kipling. This is of course a classic. I'm going to do a children's classic TBR here soon, and this is one on my list. I had a little bit left on my Barnes & Noble gift card, so this is the final thing that I purchased with that. And finally I got Monstrous Beauty by Elizabeth Fama. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail because I read this month, so I'll be talking about it in my June wrap up. I've read it before. I absolutely loved it this time around. It is one of the most beautiful mermaid covers. It is incredibly dark and scary and awesome, so keep an eye out for that wrap up where I discuss this more, and I'm also doing a book talk on it as well. Okay, you guys, that is all for my June book haul. I got a ton of really good books. Let me know if you guys have read any of these books down in the comments, and I will see you guys next time on the bright side. Bye!